The Toronto Argonauts quarterback, Chad Kelly, spoke to reporters today. They were his first public comments since the CFL reinstated him on the weekend. Kelly, some fans may remember, served a 9-game suspension after the league found he violated its gender-based violence policy. A former strength and conditioning coach sued the player and the team. She accused Kelly of sexual harassment during a 2-year span ending in 2023.
I know what I did wrong, and I've learned from it. I've done more than what is being asked for me because I want to get it right. I want to make sure everybody believes that, I'm never going to do something like this again. But, I know I affected a lot of people, including, the person. So, I just want everybody to know that, I'm sorry and I will be better and I'll be a better teammate and person from this.
Justin Dunk was there when Chad Kelly spoke to the reporters earlier. Dunk is the editor-in-chief and podcaster at 3 Down Nation and joins us now from Toronto. Justin, thanks for taking the time. We heard a little bit there from Kelly. It appears that he's taking some responsibility, but did he say what we expected him to say, what he needed to say?
He said what was given to him from the public relations script. I do give him credit for owning up to the mistakes that he's made, but there were a lot of his comments that were lacking for me. I want to hear the tangible steps that he's taken throughout this process to actually try and be a better person.
I know that you asked a couple of questions as well, and I think some people watching might be wondering, did Kelly take enough accountability? Did he apologize to this female coach, even if it was indirectly?
I don't think he apologized to her directly. I asked that question and said, have you spoken to her or apologized to her, through the lawsuit or after the lawsuit? And he retorted back quickly, I'm paraphrasing, but essentially said, I have no comment to that, and moved on. So he's issuing genuine apologies, I think, to the broader public for his actions, but it is yet to be revealed if he indeed has apologized to the plaintiff in this lawsuit.
Justin, there's a lot more that has yet to be revealed because we understand that there was an investigation by the CFL, that the Argos looked into it after initially saying they had no knowledge of what was happening. Talk to us about the transparency, particularly with the league now reinstating him. They say that there's a last chance agreement, but the public has not been made aware of the conditions involved. Talk to us about that.
Exactly. And I asked Chad Kelly directly, what are these ongoing stipulations that you have to abide by to stay playing football in the Canadian Football League? And he talked without nuance, without detail into what those are. And I think if Chad Kelly would go into detail, or the league potentially, but I think this is more on Kelly, about what those stipulations are, that could, and I say could, put some people's and fans' mind at ease that he's being held to this high standard by the league.
And I suppose the question also would be, if we don't know what the conditions were that he's agreed to, what could potentially other players know about this situation and what the message that the league and the team is sending to other players in the league and to fans alike. I do want to ask you also about the Argos Association, so obviously associated with MLSC. The team hasn't really delved into what they've done, particularly with regard to the female coach whose contract was not renewed. Kelly is back on the team. What kind of message does that send?
That, to me, is one of the major missing pieces here, is the way that the Toronto Argonauts, in my opinion, have lacked transparency and have even handled this whole thing. To go into that, for example, when Chad Kelly was initially suspended back in May, he was on field at training camp with the team. And there was a lot of public backlash online, specifically from females, who said that that is showing us that you don't care about female employees within your organization. Michael Pinball Clemens, the general manager, sought examples of past treatment of females within the organization that could show that they treat them in a fair way, but that is not talking about this case directly. The fact that the Argos had Chad Kelly on the field at training camp shows me that there are major steps that need to be taken by the organization. Credit the CFL for commissioning their own investigation by an independent firm, and Chad Kelly for going through what the league laid out that he had to do. But I think there's a lot missing here from the Argos and Kelly in terms of details with him and what's going on behind the scenes with the Argos.
Some fans have argued that if he wasn't Chad Kelly, if he wasn't this sensational quarterback, that the Argos perhaps would have treated the situation very differently. What do you make of that?
That's definitely the case. You look at what the Toronto Argonauts did today. They released Brian Scott, who's a veteran quarterback in this league, because they've reinstated Chad Kelly. And just look at the comments by head coach Ryan Dinwiddie, who, again, I'm paraphrasing, but has said that Chad Kelly has played the quarterback position the best that he's seen, at least in recent years. And that speaks volumes, yes, from a talent standpoint, but also to the reason why they're willing to deal with this. And, I'll go one step further. There was a huge media gathering at Lamport Stadium today. And the media that was there was told that Ryan Dinwiddie, the head coach, would only be addressing football questions related to Chad Kelly. If you are comfortable with the decision that you've made to move forward with Chad Kelly, I don't care what day it is or if the media wasn't there on Sunday or Monday, you need to answer those questions. That is only fair to the public and, more importantly, your fans.
So plenty of unanswered questions. It looks like the team just wants to move on. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Justin. Justin Dunk of 3 Down Nation, reporting from Toronto. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Abby.